us now for 5 insightful minutes is the head of worldwide retail, restaurants, and the consumer goods business development at AWS, Justin Honaman. Justin is here to discuss the key trends he is seeing for 2025 and to give us his thoughts on Amazon Ads recently launched retail ad services, as well as many, many more topics. Justin, let's start off with this. What are the key topics and or trends you're hearing for 2025?
Three big areas I'd say that were top of mind this week. One, of course, AI. You can't not be talking AI now. And, AI has been around since the 50s, but a lot of new, right? A lot of new use cases around generative AI. We just launched a whole new set of models at AWS called Nova. And these are a brand new set of foundation models, everything from text to images to video, and video's really coming to life this year. The second area, retail ad services, is a new service we launched literally in the last 2 weeks. It's taking the engine from Amazon advertising and allowing retailers to use that to drive ads on their own site. Powerful, leveraging the best practice of how you execute ads at Amazon advertising and allowing retailers to use that. Really, really powerful. And then the third area, I'd say, an old phrase, but I think it's important, unified commerce. So still bringing together the in-store experience with the digital experience and really creating an environment for consumers and shoppers to connect with a retailer or brand.
All the things you just talked about, especially with Gen AI, what do companies need to be doing with the tools you just talked about in order to generate business value or see the business value and to generate more revenue in 2025?
It links back to data. And so a big focus of our customers is on the customer data, the operational data, the connection of operations in the store's data. And in order to do some of the modeling and leveraging generative AI, you've got to have access to that. So we've really seen an acceleration, therefore, in movement to cloud, acceleration move to more flexible data platforms, an acceleration investment in cleaning up data. And that all is the foundation to allowing you to take advantage of things like the Nova models that we just launched.
All right, I want to go back to what we teased at the top, because that was primarily why we were super excited to have you on today's program. Amazon Ads. Amazon Ads just launched retail ad service, as it's called. Can you tell us more about that? And also, I want to get your thoughts on retail media networks in 2025.
Yeah, so if you've been around retail for any number of years now, we've seen this kind of vertical chart of what retail media revenue could be for a retailer based on ad spend from like a brand or whatnot on those retailer sites or in store, right? So for us, Amazon advertising is a very significant business underneath Amazon. And the engine that executes basically ads on a site, we've now taken and made that available to retailers. So they can use that as a service to execute ads on their own site. And the orders that might be executed through ads are executed by that retailer. They are not executed through Amazon.com. So it's basically taking a service from the ad side, allowing retailers to leverage it to drive traffic, to drive spend, to drive execution of orders on their own site. It's very powerful. It literally was just launched in the last 2 weeks. We had a lot of interest actually this week from retailers that are looking at ways to better leverage retail media spend.
Justin, let's get you out of here on this. Everything you've talked about makes a lot of sense for a retailer's investment, but what does it mean for the end consumer, knowing that that's always going to be top of mind for retailers and brands every year? And how do you kind of see that evolving in 2025?
The end consumer, you're going to see a level of personalization that you've not experienced elsewhere. I think that's one big thing you'll see across retailers is the investment in data, the investment in capabilities is going to provide a better experience, a more personalized experience, one where we know you to serve you, if you think about it from a retailer's perspective. And then our job with a retailer, for example, is to serve up the tools, the infrastructure, the kind of how do we enable that experience for the retailer with that customer. And for a brand, remember we work with the vast majority of brands in the world. We're helping them connect to customers, the retailer, and their end consumer or shopper. So we really have an important role to play in the end customer experience, and then backing it up from that into the retailer and then back to the brand.
Justin, how do you think about that across both the physical stores and the digital commerce environment?
Yeah, the challenge for most retailers is they built their physical store kind of infrastructure technology platform separate from e-commerce. And so many of the legacy retailers are still struggling to, I'll say, integrate that so that they can operate across different channels. That's something we're helping our customers with, especially as it relates to what's called composable commerce. So that's a big focus for us with legacy retailers. For the I'd say the digital native retailers or those that might be newer, a lot of them started in cloud. They launched in cloud. So they're very interested in new tech, new capabilities they can launch quickly to better that experience, whether it be on a mobile app, the website, or in store. And then the third area that I just mentioned is the in-store experience for the actual employee, right? How do you enable the staff member to have better insights into a customer or better insights into actual inventory and whatnot? So there's a lot of focus on technology, not only for the customer, but for the staff member in store.
Great stuff, Justin. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.